What if I tell you that you can enhance your wealth multiple folds by following some strategies? And what if I tell you these strategies are centuries old and proven again and again over time? That sounds intriguing, right? Well, you'd be surprised to know the details. Do you know that Benjamin Franklin received the biggest money bill not because of signing US Declaration of Independence, but because of his book on wealth? Yes, you've heard that right. Benjamin Franklin can be the mentor you are searching for to make millions of dollars. In this video, I'll tell you all the tricks that Franklin told in his book to make more wealth. You should not take these tricks lightly, since the advice of Benjamin Franklin helped people like Richard Branson and Warren Buffett to become billionaires. You could be the next. Then why wait? Before I start, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with almost daily videos for your wealthy and successful future. So here are some tricks and tips by Benjamin Franklin that can help you make more wealth. More than 250 years ago, Franklin in his annual Poor Richard's Almanac combined proverbs about wealth and success under the pseudonym Richard Saunders. The resulting essay by Franklin was published as a preface to the 1758 Almanac, which was later known to be The Way to Wealth. Since then, it has been translated into more than 100 languages. So what exactly are the tricks by Benjamin Franklin for the way to wealth, and how can they help you become rich? Number 1. Tax wisdom. The first trick by Benjamin Franklin on my list is to have tax wisdom. According to Franklin, we pay twice as much as tax for our idleness, thrice as much for our pride, and 4 times much as our stupidity. Well, but how? Franklin learned this lesson in his childhood. When Franklin was 7 years old, he liked the sound of whistle that a neighbor boy had. Franklin did not hesitate to spend a lot of his saving on the whistle, and neither did he try to bargain a lower price. Franklin loved the purchase until his family members told him that he could have 4 whistles in that much money. The unwise whistle purchase deal taught Franklin a valuable lesson that stayed with him forever. He learned the close link between financial management and human psychology. The delightful sound of the whistle had cost Franklin way too much, thanks to the psychological manipulation that came at the expense of young Franklin's financial management skills. So financially management skill is more about psychology than money itself. The difference between the rich and the poor primarily starts from their mentality. As the millionaire Steve Seibel says, the path to money begins with changing the way you think about money. The difference is created by your mindset. Franklin from the whistle lesson learned this at a very early stage. You too need to learn the value of money by thinking of it as your friend. Stop being lazy and uncertain about your future. Get rid of the expenditures that you do not need and only go for the IRS. Instead, learn to spend money wisely. The lower your expenses, the more money you make. It is only fair. Rather than spending a fortune on a product that you buy out of a craving, you need to be more frugal. Those who aim to grow richer over time spend money wisely. To be honest, everyone buys something like Franklin's whistle once in a while. If you too have paid an insanely extra amount of money on something that was not worth it, take it a lesson. Next time you come across something like that, remind yourself that your mind is what controls your bank account. Learn from your past mistakes and become rich. Well, big surprise, the rich are also more likely to learn from their financial blunders. Number 2. Small savings create big capital. You might not think that nice dress is an expensive food that costs much to your pocket, but you should know that small savings create big capital. Franklin Tips and Tricks to Make Wealth warned you about too many small expenses. As Franklin stated, beware of small expenses. Small leaks can sink a big ship. You should know that in the modern world, there are more distractions that you can possibly imagine. Ultimately, there are hundreds of small things where you can spend your money unnecessarily, including dining out, luxury items, unnecessary clothing and shoes, and much more. Spending money on little things always feel good, but damn it, before you know it, you owe yourself a lump sum of money wasted on things that you did not need in the first place. To avoid that dreadful amount of guilt that follows afterwards, you might want to take David Batty's advice, which he stated in his book Small Couples Finish Rich. Bat advises you to write down all your expenses in a week and ponder upon those expenditures that do not serve you. Add this money into your saving account, then gradually you will make a good sum of money in your bank account. If you can believe that you can put an extra $100 in your saving account, you can get benefit from the concept called the miracle compound interest. Franklin explains the concept in these words: diligence is the mother of luck. You can be lucky enough to get rich if you're diligent and hold perseverance as your defining character. Without the right mindset, money would not work your way. Number 3. Think about saving as much as you think about earning. This is one of the most important lessons by Benjamin Franklin. Wealth is all about saving and investing. The rich usually have multiple sources of income thanks to their saving, which are again used in investments. According to Franklin, if a man does not know how to keep what he earned, he may work all his life without resting and die without keeping even a 4-pence coin. As Ramit Sethi, in his bestseller, I Will Teach You to Be Rich, points out that rich use at least 20% of their income on investment each year. This investment serves to be an additional way of making money other than the main source. And you already know that it is the main difference between the rich and the poor. The wealth of the rich person is not measured in the amount of income, but their investment. If you want to be rich, focus on your savings as much as you focus on earning more and more. So the main point is to learn to make savings and then invest them. You probably have heard this in my other video as well. This cannot be emphasized more. Do not spend your money on unnecessary expenditures, and do not even think about keeping it in the cash, which will devalue it over time. Rather, invest in profitable sources and multiply your assets gradually. That way, your money will start working for you. That, my friend, is the only shortcut to being a millionaire. Number 4. Be diligent and avoid laziness. Although this might sound cliche to you, it is the most important tip by none other than Benjamin Franklin. Riches do not come to the lazy ones. Franklin puts in words, those who get up late, run through the day, and barely finish their work by night, while laziness weaves so slowly that poverty soon catches up with them. Franklin learned this golden principle from his life experiences. He did not make wealth overnight. It took Franklin about a decade from being a vagabond and apprentice in printing shops. Gradually, he opened his store and turned it into a profitable business. But what was so extraordinary about Franklin that he turned out to be one of the most successful people in the history? Franklin was much more hardworking than his other colleagues. He used to spend more time on work to learn more, like an entrepreneur. And therefore, success became inevitable as promised by perfect recipe of diligence and hard work. One thing he avoided specifically was laziness. Franklin thus made profits out of his habit of being diligent. He earned money by learning, work, and increased his pay to become successful and rich. According to Thomas Corley, 80% of the rich work for 50 hours a week on average. Surprisingly, only 6% of them were unhappy about the amount of work they need to do. The rest of the rich loved their work. Moreover, Corley found that most millionaires woke up at 3 hours before work began. Yes, you have summed it right. It is diligence and hard work which are the stark features of the rich. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. This will motivate me, and I will come up with more amazing videos that could help you to increase your pace and become successful and wealthy. See you guys soon.